This is Los. I make music, build cool projects, and skate. If you're into creativity, good vibes, and a bit of adventure, you're in the right place. Let's check it out. What's up? How's it going? I'm glad you're here. So today I want to talk to you about two things, and that's what I got in here. Should be pretty cool. And then song number 8 and how that's coming along. I'm very, very excited. So I finished all the lyrics. So this is what I kind of use, right? I use like a notepad, and then these were my ideas here and my thoughts, and then I wrote it a little neater, and then I just kind of added the ending to it here. So that's my process on getting the lyrics done. So I wanted to share that a little bit, and then but let me show you song number 8 and where it's at now. So I finished all the singing. I think I ended up singing about 40 something tracks, 41 or 42 tracks. It's a lot of singing. I memorized the song, memorized the lyrics and the melody that I wanted to put to it, and then was able to get the mood as far as the vocals set up the way I wanted to. And so yeah, I want to show you a little bit of where the song is at today. So I'm gonna dive a little deep, and I keep going further and further into my process so you can kind of see what happens and how I build the song. So let me show you that. So yeah, let's dive in and let's check out my mixing process here, and I'll give you an idea of how I'm constructing the song, and I've shown you here lots of it, I think, of the process on how I produce and write and finish songs. So today I'm gonna dive into the tracks and what I've done to them, and I think at this point probably gonna take me about another week of mixing, just because I gotta give myself a break from my ears from the same song, so I don't get like completely annoyed with it. I'll give my ears a break from it, listen to other stuff, and maybe work on other things along the way. I'll be doing a lot of editing and a lot of cleaning up the tracks and the vocal tracks and cleaning some of the background. So that's gonna take me some time, that editing portion of it. So that's gonna take me about a week's worth of time. And then I'll probably start really mixing the vocals to where I want them. And then I'll mix the song, and then I'll master the song. I'm still looking about a week and a half out of fully completing the song, just because time, and just like I mentioned, I have to give myself a little bit of an audio break of listening to the same thing over and over. So let me show you here so you can understand my process a little bit. Alright, so I want to talk about these tracks. As I mentioned before, these ones here, these first few here are all music, and then as you can see from here down, these are all the vocal tracks that I did. So it goes pretty far. So I've moved all the ones that I'm going to use, which were these ones here that I sang this week. These are all pretty much live takes. As you can see, some of them are actually pretty full. This top one right here is where I'm going to construct the main track. And so I pulled this from one of the tracks below here, and I don't really keep track of which tracks I pulled them from. Some of them are empty just because I cut some of the errors as I sang them, and then I was done, I would cut the errors out. That way when I play the song back, it sounds good with all the vocals on it and all the vocals stacked. Right now I have all the vocals muted from the from what I've done in the past out there, from the past on the vocal tracks. And this one here is my very first beginning of constructing the song. So this is like the beginning part of it, and it starts here, and then this is another track that I've already cut that I thought was a pretty good track, and all these cuts here is probably what I'll have to do down below on these other tracks. So some of these breaks that you see here are just like dead sound, or just breathing, or just maybe like taking a breath in before I sing. So I cut those out, and some people might be able to use a limiter and just kind of limit those frequencies out, but I like to cut them just to make it a nice clean background in case there's like, because I was holding the notebook sometimes, in case there's pages ruffling in the background or something that might pop out in the mix. I like to clean up the tracks. So this is the second track that I've cleaned up, and it, as you can see, it's got a lot of things where I'm gonna have to edit and cut, just like I did on that track there. But what I want to show is this track, the track here. Let me shrink it a little bit. This is my bass track. So this is like the driver of the song, of this particular song. So this particular song right here, for me to have the bass to sit in the pocket where I want it to sit, I made these adjustments to some of the frequencies here so that they would fit in well with the drums. As you can see, here's another drum track. And here's the other drum track here. And you can see that all of them have their own like EQ. Here's the other one. Here's another one, and here's another one. So let me talk about the EQing a little bit. So anything in red was a track that is going to be a main track. So let me try to explain this a little better. So you see this red one, this one here? The EQ is based to drive this track. So I'm boosting the bass on this track during this section of the song. So I had to, when I stack my beats so that the frequencies don't collide, I make it a specific track, the driver track. So this is the driver track on this section of the song. So that's why the bass is, I like the bass to hit and feel good. So I EQ it to work for that purpose. Here on this track, this is the same track as this one, but I cut it because in this section, what I want is this beat here to be the driver. So as you can see in this section here, let me select it. When I select this one, as you can see here, the bass, I've got it set up to be the driver here, right? So that I got a little bit of a bass boost here. So every single one of these tracks has an EQ based on where I want it to sit in the mix. So, you know, as you can see, this particular drum right here is not going to be a driver. So I've dipped the bass frequency on that one. And we'll go to the next one. See how the bass in this section here is lifted a little bit more? That's because I want the bass to be the driver there. And then this one here at the end, during this section here, this is the chorus section where I want the song to be stronger. I've made this section the strongest one. And as you can see on the EQ here on this track, I've raised the bass a little bit so that you get that thumping bass in the background. So that's what I do as far as EQing the mixes. And then as we get into the rest of the track, like the organ here, you can see that the EQ is a little different. It's EQ'd for the organ, and then I have EQs for the guitar. Let me show those. And those are the guitars there. That's the rhythm guitar, another rhythm guitar, and I kind of stack the same EQs per guitar, even though they're different microphones, to keep the guitars kind of within the same frequency there. So, and here's that guitar there. And then as I start to get into the vocals, I start to EQ the vocals to sit in this particular pocket, and I lower some of the bass on there, so because my voice is kind of deep, so it kind of sits here, so I'm adjusting for my voice to fit into the pocket of the music there. So that's where I'm at with the music. So I wanted to show you that, and then just show you my process, because I am really excited about getting this song done. So let me show you what's going on with this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So this was my first design. I actually paid somebody to make this design. I cannot draw. I'm not a very good pencil artist or drawing, but these are limited release. So I'll only have them here for a little while. They've been up there for a minute. I'm definitely gonna get like a local artist to design one, but I'm super excited to have my own shirt. I had to buy my own shirt, so it's kind of cool. But that's the design I came up with working with another artist, so that's pretty cool. So get one of those. I'm just excited to have one of my own shirts. So anyways, thanks for watching, and I'm hoping this is helping you along with your recording journey. And song number 8 coming out soon, and I should probably name the song. So I've got a couple of ideas. Yeah, we'll see. So hit the subscribe and like, and I'll see you in the next one.